Hey everyone, welcome to Neil Talks. My name's Neil, and it's time to talk The Mandalorian. And holy heck, do we have some stuff to talk about after last episode. The plot has accelerated rapidly in this series. Din has already found the living waters on Mandalore. He's gone for his ritual baptism, for lack of a better word, and got pulled under by the mythosaur of all things to be rescued by Bo-Katan, but they've both seen the mythosaur now, this thing that was supposed to be legend, this mythological creature tied to the creation of Mandalore, and they've just seen it face to face. So yeah, what do you do with that? And where does the plot go from here? What does that do to your faith? Bo-Katan has not only given up hope of ever attaining the throne, but she's given up her faith in the Mandalorian creed that is so central. Even though it's interpreted differently by different Mandalorians, the creed remains so central to the culture, to the identity of Mandalorians. What does that do to Bo-Katan if she sees a mythosaur eye to eye? And where does the story go from here? Do we go back to the armorer and say, hey, did it, let me back in? And then what? I'm super curious to find out what, but I'm clueless. I really don't know what the next step in this journey is, because we don't have... That's the only objective that Mando has right now. Going back and regaining his place in the Children of the Watch. That's what it's called, right? His sect of the Armorer's sect. And once he's got that, then what? He and Grogu are no longer on the run. He no longer has the task of delivering Grogu to the Jedi. So I feel like something needs to happen in this episode to trigger the next stage in the plot. But what that may be, who frickin' knows? It's a massive universe. It's Star Wars, everybody. So let's stop speculating. Let's find out. Let's jump into it. This is Chapter 19, also known as Episode 3 of Season 3 of The Mandalorian.
This is Dr. Pershing. His enthusiasm outweighs his discretion.
Okay. We're getting...
What do you have for me?
Season 1 and 2 reminders. What the hell indeed. Oh good, we're not skipping over this. Oh, look how concerned Grogu is.
I am redeemed.
I witnessed it. Can we leave now?
Did not see... I guess he didn't, if he was unconscious. Oh, is that our proof?
Did you see anything alive?
Alive? Like what?
Nothing. Let's get out of here.
Nope, he didn't see it. Bo's keeping that to herself. Interesting. So as far as Din's concerned, he just fell in. He didn't know it was so deep.
I would invite you in for a feast, but I'm guessing that helmet isn't coming off again.
This is the way.
This is the way.
He's trying to say this is the way. Whoa!
We took a hit.
It looks like a squadron of TIE interceptors.
Ties? There's still ties out there? Okay.
Hot! I won't be able to slow down for the drop.
Atmospheric dogfights are... space dogfights are cool, but atmospheric dogfights are where it's at. Grogu's so freaking capable now. Alright. Interceptors, here we come. Oh, we're just doing the halo drop. Jeez! Alright, let's go. Let's go. Holy shit, let's go! Instant acceleration. All of the G's. Come on. Turn the tables. Oh, just run through it. Just drive through it. Chicken. Uh-oh. One down. Awesome! Nice.
Of course, it's been a while.
Nah, it's a trench run. There he
Thanks
is.
for the backup.
Oh! Oh! I didn't know they could do that. Oh, that's sweet. A little 0G there for a minute. Fun. That's what this show is. So who were they? Where'd they come from?
Something on the scope.
Oh, oh. Is that the castle?
No.
Bombers. TIE bombers. Uh-oh. You know, I was talking about having a thing that propels the plot forward.
My home.
Who is it? Who are these? The Empire's gone. Oh my god.
We've got company.
So many. So many.
There's too many of them. We've got to get out of here.
Jeez. Wow. Poor R5. You need to like strap in, little droid. Okay, where are we gonna go? Okay, interceptors can't jump. But man, who are they? Where are they from? That's a serious squadron of fighters. Hello, Coruscant.
The amnesty program saved my life. There are many of us who had no choice in working for the Empire, but now the New Republic has given us a second chance. My research was twisted into something cruel and inhumane at the behest of a desperate individual intent on using cloning technology to secure more power for himself.
So he helped clone Palpatine.
I assure you that my original intentions were good. What my work explored was the hopes of combining multiple strands to create replicas that incorporated the best genetic attributes of both donors.
Okay. Multiple donors. Can we fully trust him? He seemed like he wanted to save Grogu back in Season 1.
You must be sure to visit the Sky Dome Botanical Gardens.
Eyes on the road.
Full bloom and
Amnesty housing. So this is all ex-Empire. Is it going to be like the projects, or is it going to be...
Amnesty Officer M34.
Amnesty Scientist, L52.
You're new. G68.
Well, they showed her Season 2. I forget
All right.
the context in her name, but...
I didn't expect to see anyone from Moff Gideon's ship here.
I heard he escaped en route to the War Tribunal.
No, that was just the cover story. I heard they hooked him up to a mind flayer.
I try not to think about him anymore.
Huh. So what did they do? Okay.
Long live the New Republic.
Intriguing.
Long live the New Republic.
Get used to that.
What do you miss, L52? The everyday stuff, like the food.
Maybe those yellow travel biscuits from the ration packs.
Okay. The Empire had just normal people in it.
It's not precisely located at our...
One moment.
It can't be that everyone's cool with the new arrangement. Huh? Back to your room. You're about to get nabbed. Oh? Oh, okay. No, never mind. What is it? Oh, it's the yellow ration cookies. It's from her. She prefers the red ones. And she knows you can't find them in the core world. So she's already tracked them down.
I had no idea you were so experienced. Wonder why they have you down here.
I'm happy to do whatever is asked of me.
This is so not what I was expecting, but I am super intrigued.
So many people.
Coruscant's not the capital
Overwhelming.
anymore at this point, right?
I trained here at the academy. Not much has changed, other than taking down the cogwheels. We thought we were doing good.
I do think about that sometimes. All of my research going unfinished.
So why not continue your research here?
The ethics of cloning are complicated.
Mm-hmm.
But if it could help the New Republic, isn't that important enough?
What is that?
It's the highest mountain on Coruscant.
That is the peak of Umate, highest mountain on Coruscant. You want to touch it?
Are we allowed to?
Allowed? Live a little, Doc. It's not the Empire.
Touch the mountain. No.
Please refrain from physical contact with
So sorry. You knew that was gonna happen, didn't you?
Okay. I have a very hard time trusting ex-Imperials.
If I were to pursue my own research recreationally, would that be allowed?
That class of research is expressly prohibited by the Coruscant Accords. Thank you for continuing to be an important part of the amnesty program. Have a nice day.
Oh, what's he gonna do? He can't. He's not gonna give up on his research. He wants to do good though, but is he gonna? He's gonna do it in secret. I feel like that's the step, right?
Sounds like you want to continue it.
But, I mean, how?
What do you need? We can get you a mobile lab station, but it would require going outside our designated perimeter.
She's still affiliated with Gideon on some level, and we don't know what Gideon's where he is, what's happened
If
to
they
him.
found out, we'd both be sent back to the Reintegration Institute.
Yeah, she hasn't changed her ways.
But if your research really is as important as you say, I'll take that risk. Just sleep on it, okay?
Equipment I'm archiving, it's all coded to be destroyed.
It's Imperial technology.
Yes, but they can still be put to good use.
All this tech just going to waste. There's going to be a mobile lab across his desk, right?
Have you experienced any feelings of anger or resentment?
No.
Thank you for continuing to be...
Our main objective is to help the Republic, right?
Correct.
And that supersedes everything else?
It does.
Okay.
Thank you for continuing to be an important
There's his
part of the
tacit
amnesty program.
approval.
Let's go get it.
Tomorrow night?
It's the right thing to do.
You're going to get so manipulated by her. Is there something secret in that box, or is it just a persuasive gift? I don't know.
Relax. Just follow my lead.
You're better at this than I am.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll get the hang of it.
Fun.
Have you done this before?
Where do you think I got the biscuits?
I am fascinated and intrigued, and I love that we're doing this, but this is so unexpected for Mando. This is suddenly feeling a little Andor-y, and I'm not complaining one iota. Last train.
Approaching shipyard depot. First station.
We're gonna jump!
Okay, what's her secret plan here? I'm just gonna tuck and roll. Okay. Wow. Wow. Crazy. Dismantling the Empire. I guess there's no security here. Doesn't seem like it so far, anyway. Oh? Oh, just a bug. Okay. Thought it was a droid head for a moment.
I must have passed you on Gideon's ship 100 times. I'm sorry I never introduced myself.
You don't have to apologize. That's not how things were back then.
Elia Kane, communications officer.
Dr. Penn Pershing, scientist.
I still can't make up my mind about her. I'm fully bracing myself for a betrayal. It may not happen for episodes, but I'm 90% sure Pershing's good, and I'm 90% sure she's bad.
You always knew what you wanted to do.
As far back as I can remember. What did you want to be when you grew up?
I didn't really have a chance to think about it.
Uh-oh.
Just the ship settling. Keep packing.
No.
I'll keep watch just in case.
So don't trust her. Is she leading him right to Gideon? What actually happened to Moff Gideon? Who was that? That's not good.
Amnesty Scientist L-52, raise your hands. You are under arrest.
She's working with the police?
Wait, no.
Or the police working... Oh.
I can explain. I wasn't trying...
No need. Amnesty Officer G68 has already submitted a report.
I think there's been a mistake.
But we're here to help you. Indoctrination by the Empire is challenging to overcome.
Oh no. We're gonna fry his brain.
This is a mind flayer.
It's a similar device, but we found at low voltages it can be used to help soothe select traumatic memories.
You're gonna wipe my mind.
Absolutely not. This isn't the Empire, son. This device is used to heal.
She brought me there. It was a trap.
It's a trap.
I just wanted to help.
I expected her to be affiliated with Gideon. What is she doing here?
You are a real credit to this program. It's nice to know that for every failure, there's a success like you.
Wow. She just turned him into the New Republic.
This should offer
being a good citizen.
Do you mind if I stay? He's a friend. I still care about him.
Of course you do.
She's gonna ramp it up. Yeah. Okay. Well, goodbye, Dr. Pershing. And back to the A storyline. Where are we?
This is how we have survived in exile.
Oh. This is where the armor is set up.
It will go smoother if you keep your helmet on. Trust me.
Of course.
Yeah, we've seen this beach before. They're still there, even after this giant turtle gator came out. Paz Vizsla. Ugh. House Cries and House Vizsla. What are terms like with them now?
I have been to the mines of Mandalore.
Impossible. The mines were collapsed in the Purge. The planet is cursed.
These are lies, meant to keep us in exile.
I was witness.
And who are you, Night Owl? Your house has fallen from the way. You were both apostates.
I bring proof.
Is it living water that the armorer pours into her quenching bath when she forges something? We've seen her do that right at the beginning of this season.
I was witness. He fell into the depths and I pulled him out.
Can you sense the mythosaur in the water? Is it mythosaur DNA that... Yeah.
He speaks the truth. Din Djarin, you are redeemed. This is the way.
This is the way.
And Bo-Katan Kryze, by creed, you too are redeemed.
But I do not walk the way.
Have you removed your helmet since?
No.
No, I have not.
Then you may join our covert and live as your ancestors once did. You are one of us. Welcome.
Simple admission rules, ultimately.
This is the way.
This is the way. Interesting. The mythosaur. Ah. Okay. Many interesting questions after this episode. And I love it because I wasn't sure. I knew something had to happen this episode that would really sort of trigger the next leap forward in plot, but I had no idea what it was going to be. Turns out, well, we have two completely separate stories at this point. We have our main storyline, and that we picked up immediately after last episode. Bo saw the mythosaur. Din did not. So she's sort of sitting on this secret right now that she came face to face with the mythosaur on Mandalore. And what does that mean? She doesn't follow the creed, but she's just been accepted into the Children of the Watch because she bathed in the living waters, and she hasn't taken her helmet off since. She's welcome there. She's everything we've seen of her up to now. She's been so alone. Not another Mandalorian in her castle, which is now bombed, but now she's suddenly surrounded by Mandalorians. I want to know what's going on in her head, and I want to know who destroyed her castle. Where did all these TIE interceptors come from, and these TIE bombers? Like that was a massive squadron of Imperial ships. Where did they come from? Who were they? They thought it might have been some Imperial warlord, some holdout that hasn't yet been brought under control by the New Republic, but it seemed like it was too many ships for that to be the explanation. So who could it be? Could there be factions of Mandalorians that have appropriated Imperial ships? What we know is there's this massive Imperial infrastructure and all their ships and everything. None of it's being repurposed. It's all just being disposed of. So there must be like wrecking yards all over the galaxy dismantling ships and stuff, but stuff gets stolen, as we proved in our other storyline. So could a squadron of TIE interceptors have been stolen from somewhere in this time of transition? Maybe, but by who? And to why target the castle of Clan Kryze? Why target Bo-Katan? There are other family, like she has some claim to the throne. Some may view it as legitimate, some may not. But she's a contender for the throne of Mandalore. There's other families, other strong families. The Vizslas, for instance. It's way too early to tell. But maybe this is Mandalorian infighting. Maybe it's something else entirely. I have no idea. But that's sort of where we stand with the main storyline. And then we cut to Coruscant. And we're meeting characters. You know, Dr. Pershing we met in the first half of season 1. He was doing experiments on Grogu's blood. He wanted to save Grogu. We always knew that he had a heart, but anyone working with the Empire can't be trusted fully. And yet here he seems to be again wanting to do good work. Unfortunately, his research is in cloning, genetic research, areas that have been deemed off limits by the New Republic because of the history with the clones. I wonder if Pershing's research is directly related to Palpatine's resurgence in the sequel movies. I'll have to do a bit of a deep dive there to see if that connective tissue makes sense or not. But it could. But he can't let go of his research. And it really feels like he was set up. It really feels like our communications officer from Moff Gideon's ship. We met her back in season 2. She set him up. She asked him what he misses. She prompted him about the research. She was trying to get him inspired to pick it up again. She offered access to a mobile lab. All of these things. She helped to get him to this wrecking yard, and then she offered him up to get caught. She orchestrated all of it to wipe his mind. The task was clearly, let's take Dr. Pershing and his research off the table. But to what end? My first instinct is she must still be aligned with Gideon, and she's playing the long con here. She's playing the role of a good citizen very, very well. But why would Gideon want Pershing to be taken off the table? Wouldn't he want his top scientist back in the fold? I don't know. I'm super curious about the story. It feels more like a Andor style story. Maybe not quite as gritty, maybe not so bleak. You can tell the writing style's a little bit different and stuff, but it's a much more serious storyline than the fun and games of dogfights on the surface of Bo's planet, for instance. There's some serious stuff going on in this series, and I appreciate that. We're getting a good mix here, but how did these stories intertwine? Where did they cross paths? Gideon was supposed to have been brought to a tribunal, but what was the outcome of that? And then when we heard these ex-Imperials talking about him, they said something about a cover story. They said, that's just what we're supposed to think. So no one's really come out and said exactly what's happened to him. Is he in custody? Do the New Republic have him in jail somewhere? Have they executed him? Did he escape? Could he be the one that has this squadron of TIE interceptors at his beck and call? Does he think Bo-Katan has the Darksaber? Does he want... Gideon's coming back. He's got to, right? I feel like this episode makes that a lock. That he's definitely coming back at some point this season. Maybe we have to wait till episode 8, or maybe it's next episode, because this show fires at just a breakneck pace. Stuff you think is going to take half the season to get to happens next week. So yeah, I'm just buckling in for this series now. The first couple of episodes were mostly just fun and games. Like, think how much the tone's changed since episode 1. Episode 1, where we just sort of reminded the audience where everyone was. You know, we went back to Navarro. We had fun with the little creatures that fix droids. We had lots of cute Grogu moments. Now the episodes are longer. They're more dramatic. There's betrayal. We're bringing back interesting characters from previous seasons. It just the tone's shifting, and as much as I like those fun episodes aren't the ones that stick with you. The ones that stick with you are the powerfully dramatic stuff, and I am encouraged by this episode that we're not avoiding that this season. I don't know what form it's going to take, but man, can't wait to find out. There's only 8 episodes of this season, which means there's only 5 to go. It's moving quickly, but such a fun ride. Can't wait for next week. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, spending a little bit of your time here today on Neil Talks. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks for doing all the fun algorithm things that let YouTube know you enjoy what you're seeing here. And until next time, everybody, take care, stay healthy. We'll see you soon. Cheers.